You guys must have spent a fortune on the TVs in this place.
You all done?
You tell me.
Now you're learning. I have to admit I was worried whether we'd be able to keep you here after you woke up in medical. You gave our staff a run for its money.
Maybe it's their training that's in question, not mine.
Fair enough. It'll be a good excuse to up the morning drills around here. Looks like you did well on the tech portion of the test. Very well. Past Darcy's bitching, there's some real compliments in here if you look at the numbers. Mina's report on your weapon skill was impressive. In fact, I think you outperformed many of the guards, and it's your first day.
If that last part about comparing me to the guards was a compliment, I'll do better next time.
Oh, I'll be sure to let the guards know you can beat them any day of the week. And here's a surprise, a positive evaluation from Parker. On the numbers side as usual, but he actually took the time to write a sentence.
He did? What was the sentence?
You may have been right about this one, Westridge. For Parker, that's high praise, assuming you don't let us down, Mike. Looks like that's it for the physical evaluation. Now for the hard part. Tell me why you're here. Not everyone gets chosen for this line of work, but you volunteered. Usually we have to ask.
You ever had an intern position at a government agency?
I have.
Need I say more? All my exercise was moving papers from desk to desk. I'm here to do work, not sit back and manage it. I want to be out where the action is. I want to make a difference.
What makes you think you're ready? Because I tell you, we get a lot of recruits in here, and you're not convincing me.
I get an opinion? Or is that a rhetorical question?
All right, let me be more specific. Beyond the guns, tech, and sneaking around in the dark, there's one last part of this job that nobody else here quite gets.
I'm listening.
Good, because listening is a large part of it. The way you talk to people, your attitude. That's what we're going to discuss now.
If you're telling me I have an attitude problem, then you could have read that in my file.
No, believe it or not, you're not here because you're a people person. You're here because your psych profile says you're skilled at manipulating others.
Was that a compliment?
You'll see. The way you project yourself definitely affects what people think of you, and your reputation with them.
And if I want to impress them?
You don't always want to or need to. Having a good or bad rep with someone can actually gain you different benefits. Sometimes you want to piss someone off so they can't think straight. Other times you want to build a strong rapport with someone and talk your way out of a bad situation. All depends on your objective. This goes for your handlers as well. We're going to be sending you into a lot of dangerous places, and your only backup is going to be who you're talking to on your headset. How you treat them is going to have an effect on the success of your mission.
So if I piss them off, I'm screwed?
No. A handler that likes you too much and puts emotions before the mission can be just as dangerous as one who resents you.
This is a long way of telling me that I should just act the way I want. I didn't realize this was an acting gig.
No, again, there are no bad choices, just results. Over time, folks may hear about you and your attitude before they meet you. They may have a preconceived notion of how you're going to treat them, which can affect their reaction.
Well, maybe they should take the time to know the real me.
If only. Time's something no one seems to be able to spare, especially during a conversation. Although that can be a plus.
What, like stalling for time?
The clock doesn't stop when you're speaking to someone. So if you need to get your second win before a fight, making small talk can buy you time.
But if I'm running on adrenaline, won't chatting take me off my guard?
It can. So if you need to get to the point, act instead of fight. For example, if you don't think I have any more to teach you, then you could just say, I'm done with this. I wouldn't think any less of you. You seem to have the basics down.
Well, I prefer action, but why would I be talking to them if I need to shoot them? Seems like a bullet might be the best opener.
Sometimes it is better if you shoot first. Still, approaching someone to talk to them can allow you to get the drop on them if you get close enough to strike. Use it if you have to, if the conversation isn't going your way. Assuming there's even a way you want the conversation to go.
Like if I wanted to seduce someone? I mean, not like I have trouble with that or anything.
If that's what you want to do, pay attention to the clues in your environment. Sometimes people will have advice, and intel can help. But there's another way. Read much?
Well, I read the recruiting pamphlet. Got me this far.
There's a host of information out there through dossiers, email, and other documents that represent total research others have collected on a target, organization, or operation.
And what does that get me, exactly?
Sometimes you'll spot obvious triggers. People who don't respond well to smartasses, like me. Others who respect loyalty, duty, a professional approach. Others who don't have time for bullshit, and like it when you get to the point. But dossiers just don't contain psych information. They'll usually have combat information on your target as well. What side they favor, any past injuries, common weapons or tactics they use. Some of it blunt, some of it subtle. But if push comes to shove, it can give you an edge in combat. The more you've done your homework, the more vulnerable they'll be.
Makes sense to me. I'd rather get a firefight over with as quickly as possible.
Amen to that. Our records are complete, so use them when you have downtime.
You have dossiers on everyone here?
Yep, if you can dig them up. You might learn a few things. Sometimes reading a dossier will give you more options when dealing with others. A few facts to bring up, to shake secrets loose.
What about you?
You should already know what makes me happy, Mike, and what pisses me off.
At what point can I start accessing personnel records and conducting surveillance?
After meeting a target or hearing their name referenced by someone else, you should have a target ID. Then hop onto the database and start doing your homework. You can usually unlock their basic information at that point. Let's start with a simple one. Al-Samad. That should be familiar to you.
The terrorist group.
Yes, you can research groups as well as people. It doesn't carry the same benefits, but it can provide useful intel in the field. Talking to people about others is a good way to help gain dossier information. Sometimes people will have information on someone that can unlock a brand new thread in your computer search.
Okay, so I've suffered through your interrogation and know how to give one if need be. Am I ready or not?
We'll see. Meet me in the command center, and I can give you a proper mission briefing.
Good, because I'm sick of this room.
Trust me, Mike. If it was up to me, you'd never see this interrogation cell again. Recognize him?
That's Sheikh Ali Shahid, the voice of Al-Samad. They say he was responsible for shooting down that airliner in the Middle East.
Yeah, he got his hands on some prototype Halbeck technology. A missile with a multi-stage targeting system called Jacob's Ladder. That airliner was his first target.
But how did Shahid get his hands on that missile?
Missiles. He's got more. He stole them from Halbeck, and we need them back before he gets any more trigger-happy. Then we want you to kill him.
You know where he is?
No, but that'll be part of your mission in the Middle East. Find the missiles, then find him and take him out.
You don't want him taken alive?
If he cooperates, sure, bring him in. On the off chance he tries to kill you, then put a bullet in his head.
I'll put my years in charm school to use.
All right, then, pack your gear. You're heading to Saudi Arabia.
Not coming with me?
I'll be there in spirit, and on video and radio when needed, Agent.
And I just got here. Oh, well, I'm gonna miss this place.
I doubt it. I'll contact you when you reach Saudi Arabia.
Care to explain how Halbeck lost its missiles?
Old news. An accounting error.
The missiles. You didn't lose them, did you?
Angry, Mr. Thornton? Because of what happened in Saudi Arabia.
Mike, can you read me? I'm getting lots of interference.
Reading you loud and clear. Where can I find Shahid?
It's a little more complicated than that. It's gonna require some groundwork, and lots of it. Good to see you're eager to get started. Finding Shahid is your primary objective. Trouble is, we don't know his location, but we have 3 leads. An arms dealer, Nasri, is believed to have sold the missiles to Shahid, and he's currently operating in Saudi Arabia. If you can intercept him, maybe he can tell you where Shahid is, or guide you to the missiles.
Do we have anything else on Nasri?
Nothing more than what's in his dossier. If you can manage to make any contacts and find out more, we'd welcome it. We also tracked down the location of an airfield Shahid used in the past. If you can sneak in and plant a listening device, we may be able to track flight Shahid is using to move through Saudi Arabia.
And the third lead?
We've got the coordinates of an Al-Samad detention camp, also used as a stockpile for weapons. We suspect the missiles may be stored there.
Is there any way to be sure the missiles are there?
Not at this time. The area is dug into the side of a canyon, and getting reliable satellite imagery when sandstorms aren't blowing has been almost impossible. We'll want you to go in alone, recon the area, and shut down their radar and communications. Once that's down, we can call in air support and hit the camp hard.
No pressure.
And no backup. Get used to it. It's the job. You check out your new home yet? It's got some perks you might be interested in.
Anything beyond the weapons locker?
Thought that might hold your attention.
It did? Anything else?
A computer with a hub connection so fast you'll feel like you're going back in time.
What, to the Stone Age? Please.
You can do dossier research, encrypted emails, and if need be, access some of the weapons dealers in the area. That'll be done on your own dime, however, using whatever funds you can find in Saudi Arabia.
I understand, sir. We wouldn't want Alpha Protocol tied to any weapons trafficking in the Middle East.
Exactly. The weapons locker you already found, help yourself to what's inside. Just be sure to choose the ammo and armor you think suits the mission. When you're ready to head out, just use the front door, or access the missions from the main terminal. I'll have already uploaded all the mission specs to your PDA. You can review them at any time.
Alright, so is that it? Westridge. Great. Home sweet home. Mina wrote, "Way to score." I think she custom framed it just for me. Oh, nice. Agent Darcy sent me this for acing the training course. He misspelled my name, Thornton. There's a note from Parker here. The agency made me give this to you. What a guy. Hey, look. Darcy photoshopped our faces into a still frame of a buddy cop movie. That's, yeah.
In Washington today, Senator Patrick Darcy unveiled new legislation aimed at cleaning up the federal government by greatly restricting lobbyists' access to legislators.
The bill, called the People Over Rich Corporations Act, or PORC Act, would prohibit lobbyists from contributing to election campaigns and require anyone affiliated with a corporation to stay 500 feet or more away from any member of the legislative branch.
Opponents of the bill have labeled it a draconian offense against free speech and so laughably unenforceable as to render it a farce. Senator Darcy had no comment for INN News. Should American businesses be compensated if conflict arises in Asia? Legislation being discussed on Capitol Hill would assist with relocation costs for operations based in countries considered hostile to the United States. Detractors in both parties have attacked the bill as a massive bailout for companies that have outsourced American jobs. China and India are the largest destinations for offshore operations, with everything from manufacturing to software development being produced overseas for American businesses. Tensions continue to rise in the Far East as Taiwanese President Ronald Sung's independence rally approaches. The controversial politician has the Chinese government worried that he will formally declare independence, an action that would almost certainly lead to war.
High-level White House sources have told INN News that, should China attempt to forcibly block a Taiwanese move for independence, the U.S. Navy will take, quote, any and all measures to prevent Chinese aggression.
Meanwhile, the president, on a goodwill tour of Africa, issued a statement urging all parties to remain calm and rational, and to let diplomacy prevail. In Washington today, Senator Patrick Darcy...
Get in without a firefight, that makes getting to Nasri that much easier.
American. Nasri said nothing about American.
There's a lot Nasri doesn't tell you.
You aren't American.
In our trade, of course I am. What, you think I'm gonna shoot you all and carry your entire shipment out on my back?
If you did, you would die.
Exactly.
Go on through. Nasri at the palace, waiting. believe you bluffed those guards.
Nasri's headquarters are in an old palace up the hill. That's your target.
It has been quiet since the airliner. I would have expected more to have happened.
The airliner was enough, and we have the Hellbeck missiles for that. Do not be too eager.
for alternate ways in. No need to risk a direct confrontation.
I'll keep an eye out. fug up a lot of stairs.
Hurry and unload those trucks. You there. Make yourself useful. Start unloading the second truck.
Why must we hurry to unload these weapons? Nasri has plenty to display already.
Found a way into the palace.
Good. Going to be hot in there. Careful, Mike.
Nice collection. Wonder if any of it works.
See if there's something you can use. Try to get to it without getting killed.
fired a missile at the palace.
Nasri's got to be nearby. There's no other exits from the palace.
here. He's got nowhere to run. This should be quick. Give me a sec.
Who are you?
See the gun? That's who I am.
You do this? Why? I am businessman, not attack anyone.
Look, enough already. Tell me where the Halbech missiles are, or I add you to the body count.
The missiles? You are too late. Already gone. Sold. You caused all this trouble for nothing.
Sold to who?
I take their cash, not their names. You come a few days ago. Maybe you could have killed them instead of my men, eh?
Mike, this is bad news. If he's telling the truth.
What you do now, huh? Kill me? That not get your missiles back.
Mike, we need to know where those missiles went.
If we let him go, he could lead us to the people he sold the missiles to. Or they might come after him. Either way, we win.
But if he can't lead us to the buyers, then we've let a killer go, and more people will die. Remember that rocket attack in
Money, guns, yours, if you let me go.
I'll take the cash you made on the sales here, and the account number to the Saudi holdings you think no one knows about. It'll save me from having to hack the file.
Saudi holdings? But...
The cash and the account code.
I get you both. Here, I transmit to you. Number check out, see?
Good. Now get out of here before the Marines show.
Are you sure about this, Mike?
Yeah, if we just let him go without a bribe, he would have smelled a trap. I want him scared, not paranoid. And a little extra cash might prove useful later on.
Fair enough. Search the room, see what you can find.